Commissioner Cohen-Higgins has requested to forget the agenda.
Sorry, man.
This item will be deferred to November 1st.
I don't give my ID. I just go by Skipper. So these are illegal apparently in the city of Miami, specifically the roosters. But they're everywhere. To be able to speak, you have to come over here. How's it going? Is it too late to speak for the right to be heard section?
It has to be an item on the agenda.
That's not what I understood. I understood that they open up with the right. Yeah, I didn't print it out. Reasonable opportunity for public to be heard, and then every agenda has another reasonable opportunity for public for specifically.
It has to be an item listed on the agenda that's under this reasonable opportunity section. So you can't speak on any random issue. That's basically what.
When does that happen where we can speak on any random issue?
It doesn't.
It never does, right?
No.
I want to sit up there. I want to get up there. I want my 2 minutes of saying whatever I want.
Well, like I explained to you, it has to be an item that's under the reasonable opportunity list.
So when does the public get to speak to the board on any topic that they want?
Give me 1 second. Let me call my boss.
Is if you would contact your commissioner, you can actually be scheduled to be placed on the agenda as a citizen's presentation.
My commissioner ignores me 2 years.
I'm sorry?
My commissioner doesn't give me time of day. So what's the purpose? If each of these agendas have their own 2 minutes, what's the purpose in the beginning for the reason to be heard?
That's for any item listed.
Any item listed, right?
Not any item. There's a process. All of the items, some of the items will have reasonable opportunity during the committee process. Some will have it during the DCC. So it depends on where it occurs.
Okay.
One more time.
Sure.
The item that you signed up for, 5M,
Yes.
is a public hearing item.
Yes.
Okay. The other thing with this one is there was
She
a
told
deferral
me.
requested on this.
But it was still-
5M.
Right.
This, they may not have the public hearing.
Oh, but she told me it was still on the list, so she
This
goes
one
go
is
ahead.
not on the list.
No, it
It's
was. I
five-
saw it. She clicked
No,
on it.
it's on the public hearing list.
Okay.
It's a public hearing, not one of the reasonable opportunities that are at the beginning of the meeting.
No, I understand.
Okay.
Oh no,
And-
we're gonna stick around.
And what I'm saying is, you may not even have a public hearing because before they have the public hearing, they're going to set the agenda. There's the possibility that this item will be deferred.
But then-
so if it's deferred, there's no public
skip
hearing.
it, yeah.
Exactly. It moves to another meeting, so they wouldn't even call you at that point. So that's what I was explaining to you.
And see,
Is
it's not right. That's how do people get involved when it's this difficult?
because
They do it, but this is what makes getting involved in government exceptionally hard, because then they can defer it to another meeting. And well, if you have a regular job, you have to request another day off to be able to do stuff like this. So how do you get civically involved? How do you perform your civic duties when everything is over-regulated, just too much bureaucracy to get through all of this stuff? And then my right to be heard in the beginning has to be specific to an agenda. Of the press. So we're back at it, guys. So you can see how impossible it is if you want to speak to the Board of County Commissioners as a whole and bring your grievances. They muffle you. It's not that they silence you; they muffle you. You have to speak specific to situations or circumstances or agendas, You can't just come up and speak publicly and kind of put them on blast there and show your grief, show just how upset you are with government or whatever your personal issues are with government. They're not going to let you do that. They have learned over the years, and they have been playing in the gray, and they have been taking that right away from the people. And we keep electing them, so that's what happens. So if you want to see a difference, we have to elect people who are going to stop doing these things. But that's the process it is right now. I'm going to push it a little bit, see what happens, and get your reaction. Stay tuned. Hi.
Hi, what floor?
The commission chamber.
Okay, let me see your ID.
I don't give my ID. I just go by Skipper.
Okay, 1 second. Sorry.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You say you don't have ID?
I don't give my ID. This one keeps recording until just before I go through security. As soon as I get out, then I hit it again.
Let me take your picture.
Actually, no, I don't take pictures. Last time they didn't take my picture. They just put whatever picture on there. But the supervisor last time was like, no, don't take his picture. So I'm gonna try to take that as far as I can.
Things need to change, man.
And my whole thing is, when does the public? Yeah. All right, cool. All right. So this used to be the main entrance. Obviously, they did away with it now with the security. But yeah, I used to come in through here.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I've never gone through all that.
Yeah, they don't have that anymore.
That was the weirdest thing.
The other thing we'll do, these elevators, this is 1 to 18, and then the other one is higher. Publicly accessible areas, we may go into those.
Okay.
But right now, it's just check it out, and then we'll go get coffee or something. This is Emilio, everybody. He's joining the force. Professional photographer, videographer, independent journalist. He's all on board. So you'll see him around more. Oh, yeah. We'll stand back here. You can see some cameras. So last time I was here, they had the news cameras out there. And the other thing I'm going to push for is one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
With that, we're going to jump into the presentation, but before I do, let me be real clear on something. The one thing that we have to always be is consistent. And I do not really believe that some people take one issue and they twist it around to make it look like something else. So I want to be real clear. We have rules that we go by in this board that have been in place for a very, very long time, way, way before me. So when you speak and you speak on the items, speak on the items that are before us today that have not had the reasonable opportunity time. So with that, Madam Attorney, could you please clarify what I'm saying so everybody has a clear opinion and knows exactly what it is?
Yes, sir. In accordance with Rule 606 of the Board's Rules of Procedure, members of the public will now have a reasonable opportunity to be heard regarding non-public hearing propositions that are before the Commission today, which have not been subject to a previous opportunity to be heard. Regarding your public hearing items, under Section 5 of the agenda, members of the public will be given opportunity to speak when those items are called. Mr. Chair, if you'd like to extend reasonable opportunity at this time, that would be fine.
Thank you, Madam.
So you're the Sergeant of Arms? Yeah. Can I ask you a question? I just want to get out of the way. I went downstairs and I asked for time for right to speak or reasonable time to speak, and they told me that I had to speak specifically to something on the agenda. And now the county attorney, which I knew this, and that's why I filmed it as part of my story. The county attorney says I can speak on anything that's not on the agenda, but I didn't sign up for the reasonable time to speak because they told me I could not. Thank you. All right, so we spoke with the Sergeant of Arms here, and Sergeant of Arms right here, and now they gave us speaker's card. We'll fill that out, and we'll have our speech.
I'm here to show my support for item 4A. This ordinance would ensure that no one is wasting their time, because no one likes wasting time, money, gas, and much more for endless deferrals when they're not even, when people aren't allowed to voice their opinions.
Thank you. I'm Dr. Stephanie Clemens, the Education and Advocacy Director at Tropical Audubon Society, and I support item 4A, and I thank Commissioner Cohen-Higgins for proposing this important procedural improvement. As the Advocacy Director at Tropical Audubon, I educate people, some of whom are actually here today, in how to engage in the civic process. It's a challenge for members of the public to take time away from work or school to be present at these hearings. And most importantly, they exclude people from their right to engage in the civic process and share their voice with their commissioners.
These procedural changes to the CDMP process will increase public transparency and citizen participation.
We have limited resources as the public, and what we try to do is really understand all the land use decisions in the county and explain them for the public and get them to civically engage on all of these issues. And it's really hard to do that with endless deferrals, and frankly, it's a waste of taxpayer dollars. We used to do that. It was very predictable. We would know exactly when these meetings would occur. We wouldn't get information at the last minute and having to go through it the night before. So I urge you to please pass this legislation, item 4A, and I urge you to continue to reform the process so that it's easy for the public to participate, so that it's easy for all of us to understand the changes that you're making. You don't see many people here today because this is the 12th time that we're here this year on the same kind of items. So I applaud you, Senator Garcia, for co-sponsoring and Danielle Cohen-Higgins for bringing this item forward.
As people have spoke already, it's very difficult for a citizen like me to come out and to come here.
When our civic procedures fail to ensure genuine, equitable civic participation, they must be changed. Item 4A codifies that the public's voice remains a consistent part of the application process for the CDMP. I don't think I can talk about this without addressing the elephant in the room, that is the South Bay Logistics and Technological.
Sir.
Yeah, it's part of it.
Just keep it to the item.
It's regarding the item. There's been nearly half a year without public comment and amendments that formed a whole new project. I was here on September 22nd and learned that I couldn't comment on that item that morning, and today I came again.
Sir.
And if item 4A were passed...
I'm going to ask you to step away.
Sorry?
Keep it to 4A.
Okay.
Please, just to 4A like everybody else has done.
I think we would see a lot more engagement in these kinds of processes, because when you get up here and you are silenced, then you don't have any interest in coming back.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. My name is Miguel DNC, Central JD 5. And I'll start by...
there was an old saying by Carl Sandburg, which was, the law isn't with you, you argue the facts. If the facts aren't with you, you argue the law. If neither is with you, you pound the table and scream like hell.
For that, sir, you're recognized.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Miguel Quintero, the skipper. I live at 9651 Northwest 13th Avenue, District 2. And I am a small business owner turned activist because government is not working for me. I'm a small guy and I am a nobody. I have tried to reach out to my commissioner. I have yet to reach, I have an audience. I have tried to reach out to the mayor. This is recent. She does have time because I know she is very busy, but I'm still hoping to meet with my mayor. My small business is in jeopardy. I know that's something that's on the agenda. Specifically, I know that vacation rentals. I'm sorry?
What item do you want?
Let's go with vacation rentals, 5M, I believe. Or is
You're
that?
going to talk about vacation rentals, right?
Sure. Well, I've come here to talk about a lot of issues.
Try to pick another one.
It's not on the item? 5M is deferred, is that correct? How about 4A?
4A, go ahead.
Sure. Because I had to, and to be honest, I only know about 4A because I showed up here today. But it seems backwards that we have to ask for permission, from what I understand, with 4A. We have a First Amendment. See, I carry my press pass everywhere I go. This is my press pass. I carry it right here in my pocket. It's a Declaration of Independence. That seems to mean nothing sometimes because I go into some of these government buildings and I'm denied service because I want to have a camera and document public officials and I want accountability in my government. And yet, I get nothing done. And this is the only platform where I can come, and I appreciate you telling me this time not to stick to it, but I'm trying to stick to the agenda.
You're sticking kind of to it. Keep going.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I want to see more transparency. I want to see more accountability in this government, and I want my private property protected. I started with little to nothing. I'm in my 40s. I'm a nobody. My wife and I saved a ton of money, and now my business that I'm allowed to have by state code is under jeopardy because of overregulation and government overreach. Because somebody in code enforcement doesn't want to be recorded so that I can show proof that what they're saying is wrong. So I can show someone proof that what they're saying is wrong. I'm denied service at code enforcement.
Thank you, Mr. Quintero,
Thank you
for your testimony. With that, I believe that's the last reasonable opportunity to speak on the list.
Eight and 5, Commissioner Cohen-Hagan is adding this item to the full list. That's item 8 and 5. 10H3, Commissioner Cohen-Hagan is requesting withdrawal of this item to the November 1st commission meeting. 11A1, Senator Garcia and Commissioner Cohen-Hagan are adding their names to the full list.
I believe it has
11H2 substitutes, Senator Garcia and Commissioner McGee are adding this item to the full list. 11A2 substitutes. 11A11, Commissioner Cohen-Hagan adds this item to the full list.
All right, so I'm going to do a voiceover here. The title says the mayor does not care. She does not care about the camera. She was warned about the camera that I was recording, and she did not care about the camera. This mayor has been a very good mayor. I have nothing bad to say about this mayor at this time. She did not care about the camera.
Sorry, this item will be deferred to November 1st.
Just so we're not talking about anybody else.
The items to be considered at today's meeting will be overlooked in the final agenda for the additional.
Oh, I appreciate you meeting with me. So I think we've spoken before on email, because I think everything gets kicked to you when it has to do with code enforcement.
Okay.
So I'm Miguel Quintero, the flying trapeze guy.
Oh, okay, yes, I did.
I think state code says that 559.955 says that I can have a home-based business. They denied that until I pushed, and it's been a year. Now they're saying, okay, fine. And I got the county attorney involved, David Sherman. He got involved, and I think they were like, okay, fine, you can have your home-based business. But now you have to pull a permit on my swing set and my trampoline, even though they initially said I didn't have to, because there's no permit required for it. It meets all setbacks, it does everything. So in that, they're using that to keep my Airbnb from having a certificate of use.
Okay.
Now, I do have an attorney as of last week that is on retainer, because before it was friends who were helping me out and all that. I didn't think it would get this serious. The whole thing is, they have behaved retaliatory ever since I started doing this First Amendment audit thing, where I want accountability because they say something, then they do something else. They tell me that I can do things. They want me to tear down a part of my house that was built 20 years ago, and I bought the house 2 years ago. And that's out of retaliation because I keep pushing back on them and say, no, I'm allowed to do these things. I built a tree house, but it's a tree house, and they won't accept it as a tree house. They said it's an accessory dwelling. There's no walls. It's suspended in the air. It's a tree house. But anyways, the whole thing is, because I push back on them, they're coming on me and saying, no, you're not going to have your Airbnb so that you can make money. Now they gave me a citation when I started doing the protests out in code enforcement, the building. They gave me a citation for my trailer that meets code, it meets everything. They said it's a commercial trailer. I was like, how is it a commercial trailer? Oh, anything over 20 feet is automatic. No, it's not. 30 feet recreation, that's what my trailer is. They were starting giving me citations. I stopped it on, I nipped it in the bud, at $500 a day. I got a 2. Now, again, I went to take it to court, so that I'll win no problem. They gave me a citation for a canopy, a $99 Harbor Freight canopy that I went and pulled the permit. Chief of Zoning, Jim Byers, himself is the one. I'm dealing with chiefs and directors. The chief himself is the one who denied my permit for a canopy. It's a simple tent, but I went and I pulled the permit. It took him a month. I thought I was allowed to put it up within 3 days because that's what I understood the paperwork to be. Not easily understandable. Turns out it's not. They gave me a citation for that. They want me to tear down a piece of the house. They want me to give me citations or courtesy warnings. They denied me my certificates for the business and the vacation rental. They want me to take down a tiki hut that I presented Seminoles built it. I presented a Seminole card. They said they can't read the card. These are all denied by chiefs, not regular staff. It's all denied by the chief because they have a vendetta against me. Because I push back and I say the laws allow me to do these things. Well, the county apparently are still trying to figure it out. It's like, what is there to figure out? It's a state law. So I push back and say I'm going to operate my business anyway. They still haven't shut me down, naturally, because I don't have a real citation to take to court. The only real citation I have to take to court is the one I'm going to win, which is the trailer. Other than that, they're harassing me. This has been going on since July of last year. And I can't take it. Like I said, I've turned activist because I can't take it anymore. I've tried every avenue. And I understand that Monestein is on his way out. I've tried for years to go to Monestein because I have programs that I want to do for the high school. I have a flying trapeze school. It's fun. I'm a physics and I was a physics teacher. We can do these things. But the commissioner won't be with me. I've tried every avenue. I know Monestein is mad at me, and he's going to stay mad at me. But he's on, like I said, he's done with the issue. But I'm not getting anywhere.
Okay, are you? So, because some of these I had seen, I've heard of the building permits issue. Now, some of these other things you're talking about, I'm not familiar
I
with.
started doing this. I went and I did a First Amendment audit. I wore this GoPro and I walked into the actual building. I'm a First Amendment audit, First Amendment protected activity. I can record. They've called the police on me. They tried to get me trespassed. They couldn't.
Okay, let me find out about these issues you've raised. Are you able to pull or willing to pull the building permits to legalize the other?
But the thing is, I want to deem the treehouse.
Well,
And
yeah, that's
right.
That's
They
the building
can
official's determination.
Right. But see, that's what's not fair because it's nothing but a treehouse. It's lifted up in the air. I'll pull all the permits, and I told them that from the beginning, but they didn't let me pull owner-builder permits. I said, let me pull the owner-builder permit for the plumbing, I'll connect it. And then they gave me a courtesy warning, and they said they're going to give me a citation for using extension cords. And that's my electrical part of that building permit.
What's your?
And just recently, I did a public records request.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did a public records request over there, asking about all the anonymous complaints. I got incomplete forms by far. I asked for the whole year, but anyway, the whole thing is 3 sheets of paper. I didn't get paper, I got an email. But about 3 sheets, $415 is what they charge me.
Okay, let me look into it. Okay.
All right, guys, so I'm back here at the property in my backyard. I got the students here today. Mayor did approach me afterwards. She wanted to get to the bottom of it, so she put her right hand on it. Of course, that was a busy day for her. She was in the middle of the budget meeting, or the Board of County Commissioners meeting. And that's pretty much it. I have nothing bad to say about the mayor. She came right up to me, and there you have it. You guys saw what you saw. I appreciate you. Don't forget to hit the like, comment, and subscribe buttons, and we'll see you tomorrow.